Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank y'all again for stopping by the live stream today. Shout out to the Beach of Life and the NTZ crew. I see Jacob Tanjay on here. Thank y'all so much. All my old heads, Jungle Man Space, that's Gerald Wilkins, Roger Walker. Thank y'all for your support over the years. Any new viewers and subscribers who will be joining us for the first time today, welcome to the chat. And anybody catching us on the replay, we always have a topic. Today's topic is I can't get used to the brownouts, and we're going to talk about other inconveniences that you may have to deal with when you come to the Philippines. Now, we're not complaining. We're just saying that these are things we signed up for. The peso is 57. Exactly. 57.00. Amazing. Okay. Excuse me. We had Geechee Land in the house. He's over in the guest house right now doing his thing. He wanted to wear a Filipino peace shirt to the meet and greet today. And I said, hold on, man, slow down. Don't disrespect me like that. She would never invite me to her meet and greet. I mean, just wear a regular shirt, man. I mean, calm down. But the meet and greet is today at 4 p.m. Mr. C Outdoor Restaurant. It's in Center Mall, man. It's a nice place, nice setup. They got good food. Derek Q from Q Adventures is here, him and his girl. I see Gail Force from G5 Family. They're going to be in attendance. Of course, Geechee Line. I had another subscriber here, Robert, and his girlfriend, Rika. They're going to be here. It's going to be quite a few people here. If you're around San Carlos City today, stop on in, man. Say hello. Yeah, he wanted to wear that shirt. I said, nope. Come on, man. Now, the video I did yesterday, who is Manfred Cheney? Guys, I'm not trying to solve that case. Calm down. I just like to share stuff like that with my viewers and subscribers. It's an interesting story, is it not? But again, all y'all want to hear about is pussy. That's all y'all want to talk about all day long is women, women, women. Oh, bring some interview a young Philippine and all that, man. It's more to the Philippines than that. A lot more. I mean, y'all gonna beat a dead horse, really? Okay, that's the least you have to worry about over here. I was talking to Geechee Land today, and yesterday we went to dinner. On the way back, we walked. We saw an old guy. He had 1 foot in the grave, 1 foot slipping. Had a cutie pie. I said, you see what I'm telling you? You see what I talk about on my live streams? And y'all worried about a woman? It's the least you got to worry about. Yeah. Hey, Yusuf. He said the lion was quite an interesting character. Yeah, he's a real deal. I tell you that, man. He's funny without even trying to be funny. Big Love said, "What's up, Cal? You feeling better after your walk?" I am a whole lot better. I went back in the gym yesterday. It was my first day back, and I'm going to keep going. I don't know what's next, but I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to keep raising the bar. Yeah, that Manfred Cheney, this guy was huge over here. Imagine if Bill Gates would come here on vacation and get killed. I don't think they knew, whoever did that, I don't think they knew who they were killing. This guy was really, really big. He was already a millionaire. And see, remember I was telling you about coming to the Philippines, getting in on the ground floor. It's like buying a good stock when it's real, real low. Well, they knew it back in 2004. The German developer who was killed along with Manfred Cheney and John Calpertwaite, and the Filipino employee, her name was Irma Sariento. He had he was cutting out plots on his hectare lot, selling them, and they were building their own villas up there atop Baraka in 2004. Now, it's so much in this story. Do y'all realize that John Calperthwaite, he was a very distinguished architect in Hong Kong from Britain. His father was actually Sir John Calperthwaite. Now, this was his first time ever coming to the Philippines, and he ended up getting killed. They invited him over there because he was taking a look at one of the lots too to buy. It was a very, very interesting story, and I wanted to share it with y'all. But hell, nobody watches stuff like that. All y'all want is the booty. Man, thank you. He said there's enough channels talking about the women. But you can't educate a lot of you guys. I mean, you know, yeah, that guy was a 4M for sure. I mean, he was in such bad shape, Jacob, and I wanted Geechee Line to see it. He couldn't even bend over and put on his slippers. I mean, take them off. The girl had to do it for him. I mean, he was old. He was in his 80s. If he wasn't, he had a bad life because he damn sure looked like it. Looked like he had already dyed his hair because his hair started up here. There was nothing down here. Looked like somebody just stuck a brown piece of rag on top of his head, but he had a cutie pie. Gerald Wilkins says, I got a question. I went online and it looks like the Manfred case looks like it may never be solved. I was just hoping, because I searched for 2 days. I couldn't find anything. They had some suspects, but they had to let them go. Not enough evidence. If you look at the footage that I put on the video, did you see how many people were in that crime scene? W. Secrets of Success said that was great insight on that unsolved murder mystery. Thank you. I just try to bring that whenever I run up across something interesting, I try to share it with my viewers, but I forgot people don't read anymore. 56% of Americans never pick up another book once they leave high school. That's amazing. It really is. Mr. X said, hello, everyone. Calvin, that walk was amazing. Thank you, man. It really hasn't hit me yet. It hasn't sunk in yet because I'm going to tell you, I had to have been in the fourth dimension because I can't imagine ever doing that again. It's the hardest thing physically I've ever accomplished. When you think about how, I mean, it got so hot out there, all I could do was keep walking. But a walk like that, the benefits aren't immediate. It comes on down the line. Now, we went to the store the other day. There were people in there. Everybody wants to take pictures, you know. In the Philippines, when somebody asks to take your picture, it's the same as asking for your autograph. So I have to be real careful because I know that, you see, the women like to do it too, you know. And I have to be real, real careful I don't get ambushed again. W says, hey, Calvin from Queens, New York. Hope your feet are recovered. Kudos to you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, they're fully recovered. I was back in the gym. I was actually doing my cardio yesterday. Yeah, I'm going to keep going. Rich bar. Come on, guys. Come on, I said, guys, 3 years in control. 3 years in. Control the hormones. Plenty of women on arrival. It is. I love LaChan said, yeah, pussy's great, but that's not the only thing. There's LaChan and San Miguel. Dana Mills said we need to talk. No, Dana, I'm blaming you for that. You must have got a piece of that pie to charge that man 4,000 pesos for a tour. It's not that much touring in Iloilo for 4,000 pesos a day. Okay? You ought to be ashamed of yourself. I'm holding you accountable. Okay? We're a community. We're supposed to be helping each other. That's a lot of money. A little kind of touring he was doing. Roger Walker said, Calvin, what dates are you coming to the U.S. in December? Possibly the first week, because her graduation is December 13th. What's up, Clint Dow? You back in the States? He said that pension's sexy. Well, no, I don't know. You know, like I said, I wasn't trying to solve the case. I just thought maybe somebody else was able to find more information out about it, because it was, the place was secluded, and the only ones who were allowed on the site were the, friends and the construction workers. They questioned the maid's boyfriend, but why would he kill her? Yeah, they're not gonna last long. Not over here, because it's over here, and it's over here in bunches, and it's just something that they've never seen before. But hey, what am I? Who am I to tell you? Hey, honeymoon, what's it? Happy man, 16, is that 6920? Thanks for that super sticker. But they won't listen to me, so hey. Black Grandpa said, when a woman asks for a picture, do what Lionel Messi does and keep your hands in your pocket. He says, I love LaShawn said, I'm a pirate, show me the booty. It's over here, man. It's over here. And if that's what you're looking for, that's all you're going to get. And they're going to get you good. Yeah, he said there were ferry rides, lunch, and the spa for 4,000. It would have to be, man, my God, it would have to be um, a lot for 4,000. A blowjob would have to come in there. He'd have to set me up with something. It's too much, guys. Don't pay that. There's nothing. He could have, for 4 days, no, 5 days, he could have paid the 4,000. You're going to see everything you need to see in Elo for 4,000. There's not that much to see in Elo City. Now, if he'd have took him, they've got some tourist sites on that island in Elo, as a matter of fact, but they're on out. They've got that place. They call it heaven. It's on a farm. This is amazing, man. You only see stuff like this in the Philippines. These people, they're super rich. They got this gigantic farm, and they converted it into like a religious park or something. And you walk up like 700 some odd steps, and it's all white. You're in heaven. It's like you're in heaven. Yeah, Sam Safari says, don't overextend yourself. You proved yourself. You don't have to put your health in danger. Be like a tiger, he said. Save your energy, then go hard when it's time. Thank you. He said, you ambush cow, you can run, but you can't hide from it. No. Yeah, 4,000 pesos. And Dana says he wants to talk to me. Why? Because I said he should be ashamed of himself? I'm not going to sugarcoat it. He said you set him up with it, Dana. I'm not knocking your business. Hell, you know what you're doing, but you know better than that. I'm just saying. Hey, Happy Man 6920 said, good evening, Shane. I saw you in that line walking around San Carlos. Have fun, and we really enjoy your live streams. Thank you. Yeah, it's going to be a good meet and greet today. A lot of people showing up. I wasn't expecting Q Adventures. I wasn't expecting G-Force, Gale Force, G5 Family. He's bringing his drone. Now, it's sad news that what are you talking about? Pumpkin Joe Philippine Experiences it stopped his YouTube channel. Okay. Um, I wanted him to at least do the drone on my walk, but he declined. So he's giving up his YouTube channel. Ragjam Rock said, Phil in the Philippines was held up at knife point today in English City. They took his phone. His wife. Okay, they took her phone. Crime is everywhere. Don't let your guard down. That's true. Craig Anthony said, Cal, you can always put any documentary or article that you find interesting. And that's what I do, man. I try to share things that I find interesting. I mean, because there's a lot of stories like that, but this one kind of slipped under the radar. These people were prominent millionaires. They wasn't just anybody. That guy, John Calperthwaite, he was actually the son of Sir John Calperthwaite, who is the finance minister in Hong Kong. These were three prominent residents of Hong Kong. It wasn't just anybody that got killed over here. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If this would have happened in the United States, man, we'd probably still be talking about it. I'm pretty sure some mistakes were made, but these weren't just anybody, man. But it goes to show you that just regular Joes aren't coming over to the Philippines. The cream of the crop comes over here, man. They know what's over here. It's not just people like me who come over here and discover, hey, look what's all this, look what the Philippines has to offer. The people who could live anywhere on the planet, they come here, guys. It's a lot in that story if you're listening, if you're paying attention. It was that guy's first time here, man. He gets killed. Man, if y'all don't find that interesting, man. He said, how did the walk go? It went great, man. But honestly, had Steve not shown up, it would have been even longer. I would have showed up on Thursday instead of Wednesday. But he came with some interesting conversation, and he set the pace. I didn't want him to come. He had just got out of the hospital. And when I think back on it now, I'm like, because I was looking through my pictures, and I saw that one sign that said 50 kilometers. And I was like, left to go to Dumaguete. I mean, I was beat already and still had 50 more to go. But every step, I thought about the haters in my mind because, listen, Herman, I had nothing to gain from finishing that walk. Everything to lose. See, when I got there, it's like, what? A couple of people show up as crickets, right? But had I not finished that walk, every hater, every doubter from all over the world would have shown up, guys. But I challenge you to challenge yourself. Do something extremely hard like that. The benefits are going to come later. Trust me. I may end up writing a book based on that. Hey, Rico XXX, he said, I shared your 60-year-old American in the Philippines video and everyone liked it, even though they found their paradise somewhere else. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Ken says, good morning, Cal and Sunshine Crew. Cal, do you have a inlet on your house to plug a generator and keep your house running? Yeah, I do. I'm sure I could get that done. It's not really a necessity here in San Carlos. We have very few brownouts here. That's one thing I love about this little city. It's managed, man. And remember, we got this big solar farm down the street. Maybe that has something to do with it, but we get one about every 3 months. It's not like Dumaguete, hell, every other week. But you never get used to it, even if you get one every 6 months. When it hits you like it did, and it hit us at night, there's no power. We're just not used to it coming from there. It's just an inconvenience that you better prepare yourself for, unless you're staying in a hotel or a condominium or something like that. But the expats usually have to deal with that. And it's just something you're not used to, man. I mean, imagine no aircon, no lights, no Wi-Fi, nothing. King Arthur says, my mom used to say, you can run from trouble, but you can't hide from it. We just have to watch out for number one and stay safe. Yeah. I always like to remind people we still don't have an answer for being in the wrong place at the wrong time. We don't have a solution to that. W Secrets of Success blog. Thanks for that super chase. Said Cal, day 2 and 3 was kicking your butt, but you did it. Yeah, all of them were. But to be honest with you, W Secrets of Success, I got stronger on that 5th day because of that tip his friend gave us about the ibuprofen. I mean, I was rolling at the end. Okay, my feet were hurting, but I was walking through it. I could have kept going. RLVRV, he's Filipino. He says, even in Metro Manila, we don't get used to brownouts. Yeah, you don't. It's hard to get used to that. But that's just one of the inconveniences. We're going to talk about some more stuff. Roger Walker said, Calvin, I was at Dumaguete at the end of your walk, but not in person. Thank you, brother. He's there in spirit. Lonnie, what's going on? Lonnie Franklin, I met him. He came to the meet and greet in Cebu at Philly's Sports Bar, man. It was some nice looking women there, wasn't it, Lonnie? But they were working downstairs. Because I was asking guys, I said, hey, what's really going on down there? My buddy Franz said, he said, there's some 8 and 9s down there. And when it was all over and we had to go outside, and they were out front advertising, Yeah, he was right. Hey, thank you, Dimitri living the dream. He said, big ups, Cal. We can never forget someone is always waiting for an opportunity to hurt you. Man, it's crazy, isn't it? Are you getting married, man? I think you're getting married. Is it next month? October 28th, right? Congratulations. I'm almost sure it's you. He invited us. Shelby Smith says, hey, Cal, I was inspired by your walk to do more exercise myself. Wendy gives her regards to you and your family. Thank you, Wendy and Shelby. They long-time supporters. I challenge you to challenge yourself. Do something hard, man. I was telling Steve, there's a traffic jam in the easy lane because everybody wants it easy. If you want to get to where you're going, you got to move over to the hard lane to get where you're going. Nobody's over there. You can just speed as far as you can go. These are the guys who are way, way up at the top. The Elon Musk, the guys who think, they do the hard stuff, man, that nobody else even attempts to do. These are the winners, man. You're never going to get there trying to do it easy, but people don't listen. Okay, he says, yeah, the 28th, yeah. Congratulations, man. Now, where are you getting married? Cebu, Manila, where are you? But let's talk about another inconvenience you're going to run into over in the Philippines. Something called Filipino time. Filipinos have their own way of doing things in their own time of doing it. You're not going to get around it. It's going to cause you problems in your relationship until you realize, hey, it's something called Filipino time over here. They're on their own time. They're not on yours. I mean, really, if we get, okay, say for instance, the meet and greets at 4 today, Marilyn won't start getting ready to 4. I'll be over there at 4, but she won't start getting ready to 4. You have a birthday party it starts at 3. They won't get there to 5. Okay, the ferry leaves at 1. It's not going to leave. The last ferry we caught from Siquijor to Dumaguete, supposed to left at 2 o'clock. It left at 3. Filipino time. It's just an inconvenience. We're not complaining. We're just telling you this is what we signed up for, guys. So Be prepared for that. He said it's not like Miller time. No, it's Filipino time. They'll get around to it. They'll get around to doing it, paying the bills. Okay. The water bill was due September the 21st. I made Maryland pay it today. Pay the damn water bill. 300 pesos? Come on. Dimitri, living the dream. Thanks for that super chaser. Calvin, you helped motivate me to take the plunge. Manila, Cainta, Rizal. Oh, okay. See, we're going to have our meet and greet in Angeles City on October 28th. Thank you, Sammy Davis, for hooking that up. Otherwise, man, you know I'd come. I mean, I'd be proud to. Yeah, no, it'll piss you off, man. Yeah, I'm used to it now. I know what to do. I just go on and on my way. I'm not waiting. You know, it's supposed to start at 3. They'll get there at 5. Hey, NMTW6 says respect and thanks, brother, man. You're welcome, man. Thank you. But yeah, that Filipino time. Another thing, just an inconvenience, just to let you guys know when you finally get over here and you're here for a certain amount of time. Long lines. You're gonna stand in some long lines over here to buy your ticket, to check in your luggage at the grocery store. It's just something we don't do in America. If I see a long line, I'm coming. I'm coming back. Come on, guys. Who is this? Who is this guy? I mean, do you have anything better to do, man? Huh? Everyday brownouts and slum shine, Junior. I mean, come on. Bye, man. I'm banning you. I don't have time today. King David says, how is inflation affecting your life in the Philippines? Mainly at the grocery store. That's it. Other than that, because everything is just shot up tremendously. I mean, you wouldn't believe it, how inflation. So that's why when you go to the grocery store, there's very few people there. I mean, everything is just crazy. It's crazy. I remember when I was buying eggs for 78 pesos a dozen. You know how much those same dozen of eggs in Save More right now? 139 pesos. When I came to San Carlos City, chicken was about 130 pesos. Chicken wings, 130 pesos per kilo. It's 300. Okay. Same with the chicken breasts. It's just ridiculous. Now, San Carlos City has a good library. I haven't seen it anywhere else, but I'm pretty sure if you go to Manila and Cebu, they've got libraries, but not like what we're used to, Gerald. See, people, we take it for granted in America, man. We've got what I like to call the ninth wonder of the world when it comes to libraries, because I'm a big reader. And I mean, when you see the libraries in a little small place like Louisville, Kentucky, I mean, they're just unbelievable. They're on a whole other level. You got free aircon, free Wi-Fi, free books, all the information you could possibly ever consume is right there. You don't need the internet. That was our internet growing up. He said my water bill is almost $200. See, my bill, now remember, it's less than that now because the peso is 57. So what am I paying? About $5. That would be $2.85. So I'm paying about $5.03 a month for water. Water is very cheap here in the Philippines. That's one thing you don't have to worry about. Far Blazer 99 said, I saw your video interviewing the Filipino P's biggest fan. Man, I have no chance. I can't write songs or sing. I mean, he's really on a whole other level with that, and he's serious about it. He's not joking. See, y'all think he's joking. He's not. He's really crazy about her, man. And I don't see why, really. I mean, I wouldn't step in front of that train for nothing in the world. But everybody has their own preferences. Joe Wilkins says, where are you getting your books? I usually go to the National Bookstore here. They usually have them in all the major malls. Now, they don't have one here in San Carlos because we don't have a major mall. But if you go to SM, Ayala, they'll have a National Bookstore. And that's where I get my books. Now, one thing I liked about Thailand, we were in Bangkok, we went to a mall. They had the type of bookstore I like. National Bookstore used to be that way, but something changed. It's more, they sell more stationery and pens and pencils and all that stuff now. But when I first started coming to the Philippines, oh man, I fell in love with that place. But in Bangkok, in that, I think it's Century Mall, I believe that big gigantic mall right by the BTS station, they got a heck of a bookstore. That's where I got the Will Smith book. But one thing that people never talk about with Thailand, because they always talk about their infrastructure, right? Had always floods there. Okay, what's up with the infrastructure with that? Okay, I mean, it floods bad in Phuket, it floods bad in Pattaya, in Pattaya, I mean, but nobody ever talks about that. You know, because they always give you the sweet side of Thailand. There has to be another side to Thailand, but nobody wants to talk. They're ready to tell you what's wrong with the Philippines, but they never tell you what's wrong with Thailand. That flooding turns me off. I don't want to see that flood. King David said, what kind of budget does someone have in the Philippines per month? See, that's a question I really can't answer, King David. You know, it just depends on what type of lifestyle you're going to live, what you're used to, what you would tolerate and what you won't tolerate. Okay. Where you live has a lot to do with it. Here in San Carlos, I can get you a nice 1-bedroom apartment, fully furnished with Wi-Fi and cable for $10,000 per month. And can I get that in Cebu? No, I can, but it's going to probably be in the ghetto. But here, it's not. Patrick Blackrock P. Money says our dollar going further today or not so. It is in certain things, but not groceries. But if you go to the wet market, rent, labor, like that, furniture, furnishings and stuff like that, it goes a long way. Your value, the value that you get for your dollar, see, that's what you have to look at, the value. Okay, I stayed at the Quest Hotel. I stayed at the Bai Hotel, BAI, and W Secrets of Success helped me to this. You know, for about $50, man, you really can get just an unbelievable room. I mean, with the swimming pool, with the gym, with the breakfast buffet, I mean, the big spread for about 3,000 pesos per night on the standard deluxe room. Right there in the center of Cebu. I mean, that's unbelievable. That's value is what I'm talking about. But yeah, long lines. Okay, of course the heat. Okay. If you come over here, I don't care who you are. You need to carry a sweat rag, man. I don't leave home. This is my American Express. I never leave home without a rag. The humidity is hot. I mean, you're going to be somewhere and you just go. Once you get there, you're going to start sweating. On your way, you're going to be doing all right. But once you calm down and you finally sit in the mall at the restaurant, here comes the sweat. You need this. It's just an inconvenience. What's up, TJ? He says, I'm packing up to head back to the Philippines in the morning. Gonna give Cebu the old college try. I think you'll like it. I think you'll like Cebu. Now, Lapu Lapu is a whole different story. Another thing that is a inconvenience for us is these jeepneys, tricycles, and pedicabs. They're small for us. We're big when it comes to riding in these things, and I mean they're uncomfortable. Geechee Lion was squirming yesterday, and he's tall. Geechee Lion looks to be like maybe 6 foot, 6'2" or something like that. And then the taller you are and more girth you have, it just makes it uncomfortable. You almost have to have your own motorcycle or rent a car because getting in those things. Hey, Mike Dawsonville says, I'll be in the Philippines in a couple of days. I'm looking forward to meeting you, Cal. Hey, I know TJ's supposed to be setting up the meet and greet in Davao in November. The meet and greet's today in San Carlos. In October, it's in Angeles City. I'm excited. I've never been to Angeles City. Hey, Siegfried Angelo says, more power to you, brother. I've been following your channel since the pandemic started. Keep up the good work. Shout out from California. Thank you, man. Yeah, I still like holding the book too. He said, damn, where the Filipino shop? I know they can't handle those prices. They go to the wet market, a lot of them, because that way you can buy just what you need. You know, if you only need a quarter kilo of beans, you don't have to buy the whole pack that's in the grocery store. If you only want one egg, you can buy the one egg. Or a couple of onions, a couple of green beans. You know, that's the way to do it, really. You could actually go to the wet market, which would be the smart thing to do, and you could buy your meals like that, man. You save a whole lot of money. Now, in the short run, you won't, but in the long run, you will. You'll know who's touching your food. Sanitation be a whole lot better. You're going to eat a lot healthier than eating out in these restaurants. Yeah, he said libraries are lacking in the Philippines. But remember, we have a whole budget for that kind of stuff. Our taxes pay for that. And then the endowment from, was it Andrew Carnegie or Andrew Carnegie, however you want to pronounce it, they gave all that money to start that library system. But what holds the Philippines back, y'all have to understand, is they don't have as big of a tax base as we have in America and these Western countries. Man, they're taking 40% of our money over there. They better be doing something with it. We don't even complain about that. I'm talking about the little guys. You don't have to be an NBA athlete. They're taking 40%. When I left in 2018, they were taking 40% of my money. That doesn't include my state tax, federal tax, sales tax, you know, Medicare, and all that, man. We never even complain about that. We're so used to it. But they don't have that over here. Yeah, Dave Lee says, hey, bro, Cal, an easy solution is to get a standby generator, a solar power system. That's true, but see, if you lived in Dumaguete, I'd have that. But here in San Carlos, I really don't need it because we have so few brownouts here. I mean, very few. That one hit us. Oh, hell, it woke me up at midnight last night. That's when it hit. And it came back on at 8:45 today. You know, that's what it said. Toaster said, anybody else have an issue sending super chats? I don't see the icon on my MPB using Chrome. Let's see. Booby taking up pictures today. Booby's so funny, man. I'm not gonna lie. She's so funny. I am Paul. What's his backs? Sunshine is big government in America a bad thing? I really don't know. I just know that that's the reason why we have that standard of living over there. It's because of our tax system. So, you could complain about it all you want. W Secrets to Success, thanks for that super chat. He said, hell, I complain about paying taxes every year. Yeah. But I mean, when you think about how much taxes, you would think that'd be a damn revolution. I mean, the petty shit that we complain about over there, but nobody's complaining about them taxes. I mean, I knew a long time ago, I was like, why are they kicking my behind? But I didn't complain because, hell, you can't get something for nothing. Frank Tate said your libraries here is the internet. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. He's right. But the people most people wait around, they can't wait for tax time because they know they're getting money back. But the people who are really earning money, they don't like tax time because they know they have to pay. You know, I'm not talking about the Amazons and all that. I'm talking about the 1099s. Black Grandpa says America has to take those taxes to fund all those bases around the world. Yeah, you're right. A lot of our tax dollars, it doesn't go to welfare and all the stuff we like to argue about. It goes to the military. That's where about 55% of your tax dollar goes to. But if you talk about that, then people say, well, you're talking about our brave men and women. No, you can talk about them and talk about that military industrial complex separately. Yeah, complaining doesn't help. And that's what I'm saying. We're not complaining uh, about the inconveniences over here. This is just some things you're going to have to sign up for. Another inconvenience is, especially for me living in St. Carlos, is I can't find a lot of things that I'm looking for. Just simple stuff I can't find here. I can't find a 3-blade razor here. It's all double blade. I can't find 3 blades here. Just simple stuff like that. We were in Sikihor. No, we were in, where were we before Sikihor? I'm trying. Yeah, on our way, on my walk, right, I left my shaving cream all the way from from San Carlos City to Dumaguete, all those places in between. We could not find shaving cream. Shaving cream. We could not find it, man. So it's a lot of things over here. That's why I say when you come over here, send some Balik Band boxes. My buddy Oliver, he's got it down pat. He's got his son back there in the United States. And about every 3 months, he's getting another Balik Band box with stuff from the States that he can't find here. Supplements and all that stuff, right? It's cheaper than Amazon because you can get a Balik Band box and fill it up all the way to the tip top. And what is it, $100 or something? No custom fees, no nothing. It takes a couple of months, but so what? You send it a couple of months before you're coming. Ronald says 600 million of our taxes is going to Ukraine. Uh, yeah. That that's just what I'm saying. But we don't complain about that. But let somebody get $300 damn dollars on the unemployment check, and you clowns over there go crazy. Oh, they lazy, but you can send 600 million over there, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm telling you. Hey, thank you, bad boy. I really appreciate that, man. It's just something, there's probably going to be a guy at my meet and greet today. He's going to be mad at me because he wanted to walk with me. But I can honestly say he would not have made it. He wasn't in shape. That walk was not for the weak, man, minded or weak of body. I promise you, it wasn't, man. When I look back on it now and all that Pocari sweat I drank and all the Gatorade and just, I had to keep going, man. There was no way I was going to stop. See, he didn't have that type of motivation that I had. See, I had that hateration, man. I had to make it. Uh, Cooper Side Venture said, when you come to Thailand for a visit, we should do a meet and greet together. Oh, man, that would be great. I'm thinking about November, bringing Maryland there. But hell, y'all have a meet and greet every damn day at the bars and stuff and the restaurants over there. Over here it's so spread out, and I very seldom see uh, foreigners here in St. Carlos. Michael in the Philippines says, Amen, Calvin. I can't find a 3-blade razor either. You're right, bro. It's a lot of stuff you're not going to be able to find. Hey, Sean, he says, hey, Cal, I'm finally back in the Philippines. Yeah. Now, me and you talked about this before, Kaz. Watson's does have a good 5-blade. But there was no Watson's in between, believe it or not. Once I left St. Carlos City, all the way until I got to Dumaguete, I could not find shaving cream. You better bring you underwear over here. The underwear is small over here. The t-shirts are small. See, this shirt I got on now, this is a In-N-Out burger, but this shirt was given to me by somebody coming from the States, Sammy Davis from Oklahoma City. W Secrets to Success, thanks for that super chat. He said, and I use a CPA, which helps, but damn taxes. Yeah, you're right. I use TurboTax, but I've been doing my own taxes since I was 17. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Probably bad, because there have been some years I paid probably more than I should have paid, especially when I had my agency. But now, if you're single, you don't have any children, do they still have their 1040 EZ? I used to love that. I did that for so many years, even when I was in the service, and you get your income tax back. I said, Booby, yeah, I know she's going to be asleep. Yeah, he said, yeah, Cal, I use that Blue Magic shaving cream. Well, hell, I don't use that anymore. It stinks too bad. Is that the one where you mix it with water and all of that, and you don't need a shave? You don't need a razor? Because I'm going to tell you something. Okay, a guy sent me something. His name is Ken. I won't tell you his last name, but he's from Florida, somewhere down in Florida. He came here and he bought me a razor, a Phillips razor with a disposable, an interchangeable blade. It doesn't leave any bumps on me. But when I was walking, man, I had to use something. So Maryland found some DIY razors. I thought they were, when I first used them, I was like, damn, these things are dull. But man, they don't leave not one bump on my face. So I'm gonna try to, they've got a big chain called DIY here now. I'm gonna have to get me some more. Hey, Bruce Lee, the man, the myth, the legend, thanks for that super chat. He said Jordan needs a neck lift and Jasper needs hair. What are you talking about? Who is that? Oh, he said 1040 EZ is still being used. Man, I love that 1040 EZ. Sam McCall said Amazon delivers here. Just get some new drawers and double-edged razor blades. Only took 9 days. Yeah, but I'm saying, what's the shipping though, Sam? Can you buy a certain amount when the shipping is free? Something else y'all gonna have to get used to over here Yeah, that magic shave is funky, man. I don't like it. Yeah, that magic shave is brutal. I remember everybody used to try to use that stuff. And if you keep it on your face too long, good luck. It'll burn you, man. But lukewarm food is something else you're gonna have to get used to. Even when you go out to the restaurant. I mean, very seldom do you get sizzling hot food. I'm trying to think of some place, the last place I got sizzling hot food here. I can't remember. It's usually lukewarm. And that's something you're gonna have to get used to, man. I'm gonna tell you. That's why I like to eat at home. And then as soon as it's done, let me know. Don't wait. Because see, Filipinos, they're the only Asian country that will eat cold food. I'm not talking about cold like from the refrigerator. I'm talking about they'll let the food sit there all day. Like I come in from the gym yesterday and her mother had cooked the shrimp early, right? Instead of waiting until I got back. I couldn't eat it. I can't eat cold food like that. But they can. But lukewarm, you gotta get used to that. You said, yeah, no blade, no clip or sense. Yeah. But I'm gonna tell you something. Oh, okay, over 45. Wow. Well, hell, that's what need to start doing then. I just can't deal with it's too much of a mess too. And like I said, if you leave it on your face too long, I just don't really, I'm gonna tell you what I've learned to do. Because we have, black men and some Latinos, we have those ingrown hairs. The hair will grow out and then grow back in. Here's what I noticed. I just do one pass. I'm sorry if I miss it, I'm not going back because that usually makes bumps with me. If I just do one pass, I'm okay. But if I have to do more than one pass, yeah. Happy Man 6920 said, my bad, y'all. I was thinking of Magic Shave Stinking. Never use Blue Magic. Oh, okay. That's something different. Yeah. He says, seems like lukewarm fish of any kind can make you poop funny. I'm gonna tell you, I just can't. It's got to be hot. My food has to be hot. Even you go to Jollibee and McDonald's, the hamburgers, everything's lukewarm. The pancakes. The only thing that you may get hot here is those mango peach pies. But everything else, you're gonna eat lukewarm. You just got to get used to that. And depending on where you live, cool showers. See, now I don't have uh, water heaters in my bathrooms here. But I've gotten used to it. I don't need it. And it's better for your skin. Look it up. Those hot showers aren't good for your skin, guys. Year after year after year, it dries it out. But I noticed that since I've been using these cool showers, and sometimes they're lukewarm depending on the time of year it is and the time of day. But those cool showers are actually good for you. A Big Love said, hey guys, I'm usually guilty of forgetting to hit the like button. I start hitting it as soon as I tune in. Hit the like button. Yeah, it really helps me, guys. Listen, they're not, YouTube is really tripping, man. Their algorithm is tripping. They don't look at the content, okay? And remember, okay, now, as good as that, I had one of my best interviews with Steve the other day about his prostate cancer. Okay. Not only is YouTube saying that they're not monetizing that yet, they saying it's under review, and I'm like, why? Okay, but they're not putting that out there, man. It only has like 3,500 views. Guess who's interested in that video? Y'all remember Ted Nugent? Remember the big rock and roll? And now he's like I guess he's like a conservative radio talk show host or something. He's watching that video. He wants more information from Steve. Imagine he puts that video out there. It's up to YouTube. If YouTube put that video out there, like it used to put my videos out there. So tell me how many views that video could get. But because y'all aren't hitting the like button, you're not commenting, you're not watching it long enough. This is what they're looking for. Then it doesn't get any further than my base. That's the only ones who are seeing my videos now. Luckily, I have a good base. Otherwise, I'd be like Pumpkin Joe. I have to give it up. It's hard, man. YouTube's algorithms change, man. They're not looking um, at the content and what we're saying and all that. Bruce Lee, the man, the myth, the legend, Calvin, considered electric chair. I have one. Let me show y'all real quick. This is what the guy sent me. I don't use anything else, really, but I didn't have it. Y'all hear that? This comes off, but see, it starts out blue. Once it turns green, it's over. But it's called Phillips and Relco One Blade. I'm gonna have to go on Amazon and order some new blades. But this is what I use. It doesn't have any bumps or anything. You know, it's rechargeable. It's really good. That's what I use. Joe Wilkins says, I have ingrown hairs on occasion, but Gold Can Magic Shave does not sting. I use it on my face 2 times a week. Correct paste consistency, spritz bottle, cold washcloth at the end. Yeah, it's just that you're a professional, man. It's too much science that goes into all that. And I really don't have time for all of that. I just, like to go boom, 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 and I'm out of there. Yeah, they got microwaves over here. We don't have one. I've got a toaster. Microwaves are fairly expensive still over here. Okay. But you could get one for about 4,000 pesos, a good one. And that's what you're going to need. Otherwise, you're going to be eating cold food. Okay. Quantum Goods said YouTube censors as they are all by the elites. Ted is a truther. Is that what he's called? But he's interested in that video. Somebody sent it to him, and they sent me the screenshot. Well, he's really interested in the video. It's a good video, man. I mean, it's a good back and forth. Steve is speaking clearly, directly. He's telling his story. And maybe these cocksuckers get 3,500, but you look at this other junk going on out here in the YouTube world. I'm just not going to sell out, man. I could do all that stuff if I wanted to. I'm just not going to do it, man. I ain't going to lie. Black Grandpa says you have a micro. I got an air fryer that I could use it, but I would just rather have mine right out of the air fryer or the skillet or whatever it is. But yeah, those cool shower fans are something you have to get used to over here. Before we moved into the apartment, to that house prior to building this house, we had a fan for a whole year. We didn't have aircon for a whole year, guys, believe it or not. And I got used to it. We'd pull the fan right near the bed. And I just lay there and it wouldn't bother me. But like I said, then the guy asked the budget. I said, what are you willing to tolerate and what are you not willing to tolerate? On some of those walks where I took y'all to and I was showing you the province, and I say, some of you guys say you want to live in the province. Do you really want to live in the province? Because if you do, and you can tolerate a lot of that stuff, man, your budget will be way down there. But it's going to be a lot of things you're not going to be able to have access to. But if you can deal with that, man, Hey, thank you, brother. Cooper's Tire Adventures. Thanks for that super chat. He said, have a banana split on me, brother. Man, I appreciate it, man. And I tell you, I missed those banana splits, even though I had a pretty good one at the resort in Cagayan de Oro. It's nothing like what y'all used to up there in Cavite, and I'm sure over there in Thailand. But me and Merlin were coming there in November, at least for 10 days. I'm not going to go over there for 5 days, wasn't enough, really. People are under the impression I didn't like Thailand, man. I fell in love with Thailand. I loved it. I loved every second of it. And then I was over there with Eric Terry, which is a great guy to be over there with. And Jeffrey Tatter hooked us up with Mr. Lee. I mean, you couldn't have asked for a better situation, man. It was just, I was just telling you that I was disappointed in Soy 6. But the hell, there's a lot of other places in Pattaya I could have went. I just was telling y'all about Soy 6, and the women was just like beat up. I was like, what's all the, I guess if you get drunk, see, I don't drink, I guess they look better. I don't know. Hey, Patrick Foster, thanks for that super sticker. I mean, there was some nice looking ones. But there was just so many. I mean, on both sides of the street. If you've never been to Thailand, if you've never been to Pattaya, you can't even imagine what I'm talking about. And you walk down there, man, and they're jumping in front of you, grabbing you, you know, and I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it. But on my last night there, what I did was I had Mr. Lee drive me through, and I took 1,000 baht, and I just picked a woman out of the crowd, and I said, "Here." I gave it to her, man. She damn near cried. You know, it was just one less dick she had to suck that night. You know, Jeffrey Taylor said, definitely something to see. It is. It's just something to see. I just wanted to experience it. And Mr. Lee knew one of the bar owners. It was a woman. So we sat in there. You know, I took a couple of pictures with some of the women, you know, but I already told him I don't work on the clock. And it was a couple of my subscribers in there, believe it or not. One guy was from Kuwait, and then there was one guy from England. I mean, those guys, they have a meet and greet every damn night. They don't need a meet and greet in Thailand. But if anybody said that I didn't like Thailand, it's not true. I did. Frank Tate says, if you're renting here, it's hard to find a place with a stove with an oven, or you will have to buy gas if you do. Yeah, that's what we do. Even if we were to get a stove or oven, Frank, they're gas powered. And that's what we cook on out here. I used to be afraid of it when I got over here. Believe it or not. I used to be afraid to turn them things on, but I've gotten used to it now. I know how to handle it. Because, you know, I'm not used to that in America. I just go to the damn stove and cut it on. Here, you got to hit that switch and then turn it on. I'm afraid it's going to blow up every time I touch it. Patrick Foster said, thank you for the prostate class. My PSA needs help. Man. You know, but Steve is the type of guy, you have to have self-discipline. It's a lot of things that we could do if we only had self-discipline. But most of us don't have the type of self-discipline that it takes to really change your life. I mean, you really have to be mentally strong. And a lot of us, we have it so easy, you know, so convenient and everything that it just doesn't push us to use our real capabilities. He said, I didn't want to die. So he, in his mind, when the doctor told him, hey, you got cancer, we need to go in there and pull that out right now. To him, that meant death for him. That's what he heard. He said when the guy told him he had cancer, he didn't hear anything else. He said it was like Charlie Brown, you know, that wah, wah, wah. He said, I didn't hear nothing else, Calvin. He said, I just couldn't imagine being 47 with my damn, because in 2010, it wasn't a whole lot of other solutions, according to him. They wanted to cut that out, guys. That's a long road back, okay? If you know what I mean. And, you know, my wife's cousin had it, and he was just big, tough guy, right? And they took that thing out of him, man. I would have to say that would have been, I want to say 2002 or something. He never was the same. He said, you know, because he used to stay with us a lot, and they sent him like the pump and all kinds of stuff to try to, you know, fix him, man. I hope, you know, it's been over 20 years, about 20 years. Hopefully he's back to normal, but I don't know. When you take that prostate out like that, and that's what he said. He said, I saw that and I went into beast mode. He said, I didn't care what it took. Because if you try to change your diet like that, it's going to take a lot, man. Your taste buds have already gotten used to salt and all that other stuff. And you talking about you're basically going, what do you call it when you, I mean, when you quit, I mean, just immediately just quit smoking and all that, right? Drinking coffee, drinking pop overnight, man. Hey, thanks, Paul, for that super chase. I love the videos, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I hate that Punk and Joe Philippine Experience quit the game, but I feel him, man. Yeah, cold turkey. Yeah, and you got to do all that with food, man. It's hard to do, but if the other alternative is to die, okay, then what you gonna do? And that's what he said. He said, Cal, I didn't want to die. So he did all the research, he did everything, and it worked for him. Michael in the Philippines says, we are mentally strong in the wrong areas, but when it comes to health, we as men will drink ourselves under the table, but we get scared to go to the doctor. Yeah, I have a serious illness, but you must be aware. That's why men don't go to the doctor. We're afraid of what he's going to find out. Or we don't have the patience to sit in there and wait. Because now, if you go to the doctor in America, you're going to wait if you can get in. It's going to take you 4 or 5 weeks just to get in, for him to get you an appointment. Then you sit in there all day, and we don't want to do that. So we end up dying a lot sooner than the women, a whole lot sooner. Marilyn's father's been dead 11 years. So the mother's been without her husband for about 11 or 12 years. And she's still living. Paul Bach says, I quit drinking beer for a week and food suddenly had a lot more flavor, was very odd. Believe it or not, one of the reasons people don't want to stop smoking is because their taste buds become alive again and start eating, and they're afraid of, they would rather die and of all the other stuff that smoking does than gain a few pounds. Isn't that crazy? And another reason is because I quit cold turkey. Another reason is the withdrawal symptoms that come along with quitting smoking, man. It's tough. And see, I was stupid. I didn't start smoking until I was 29, almost 30 years old. And it was a direct consequence of my drinking. Everybody around me be smoking, so I started smoking. Well, once it gets into your bloodstream and you try to quit, man, it takes a hold of you like heroin or something. And I had to quit though, because my daughter was just born And the doctor was like, now you got to quit. You can't slow down. You can't go outside. Smoke's in your clothes. You're going to kill your daughter. So I had to stop. And man, it was the hardest thing I've ever done. Quitting crack and drinking was nothing compared to stop smoking. It was really, really tough, man. Yeah, the cravings kick in. But I would rather gain a few pounds than die. My mother died of lung cancer, and I can only imagine what she must have went through. When you can't breathe, we take that for granted, man, until you can't breathe. And my mother lived for 17 hours after they pulled off that respirator. They told us she would only be alive 30 minutes. My mother lived for 17 excruciating hours. And I feel guilty about that today, man. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I really feel guilty about that today. Like, maybe we should have kept my mother on the damn respirator, you know, because them damn doctors, man, they'll tell you one thing one day and something totally different the next. Listen to this, man. They called us in on like a Wednesday or something like that, right? And said, it was a Wednesday. They said, yeah, your mother's going to be okay, but she'll never be the same. Somebody's going to have to take care of her and this and that. And we was like, okay, we don't care. My sister said, yeah, I'll be the one and blah, blah, blah. So we already got that situation. The very next day, call us back there. Oh, there's nothing we can do. You got to make a decision to take her off to alive for 6 months. And I'll be like, damn. It was just that quick we had to make that decision. We did. She lived 17 months, man. I mean, 17 hours, man. Yeah, it's deep, man. And it's something I live with all the time because I knew my mother was still alive. The last thing my mother said to me, okay, because they sent us all into the room because we thought, okay, you got 30 minutes to live. So we had like 5 minutes. All of us had like 5 minutes with our mother. Now I'm all cracked out. I'm drugged out. I can't even tell my mother I love her. I can't even say, Mama, thank you for everything you did for me your whole life. I'm gonna miss you. I couldn't do any of that. I'm just a shell of the man she raised. But I said, only thing I said to my mom, I said, Mama, if you can hear me, wiggle your toes. And my mother wiggled her toes. My mother was alive, man, in all those machines and stuff. So when I walked out of that room, I knew my mother was alive, but it was too late. We had already made the decision. Bad Boy said my late mom passed away December 26, 2020, man. My sincerest condolences. He says you can jog to deal with stress too. Smoking is an excuse. I'm going to tell you, it's a bad habit. Out of ordinary said, yeah, it's crazy. I went through the same thing a year ago. When you lose your mother, see, my brother-in-law was still alive. He's dead now, but he told us, he said, your family's going to go through some changes. He said, y'all going to split up. He said, things go uh, crazy when your mother dies. He said, people start acting strange. And he was right, because I was looking at him like, man, your mother's still alive. But he was right, man. My family split up. We come back together. I dreamt about my mother every single night for a whole year. I'm talking about it was as if, some of the craziest dreams I've ever had in my whole entire life. I'm talking about where we go to the cemetery, dig my mother up, and she'd be alive again. Say, yeah, and go back to the doctor. They're going to diagnose me again. And, God's going to give me 10 more years. Or I just wake up in my house and my mother be there like she never died. I did that for a whole year, man. It really was crazy. I don't know if you ever recover. You never heal from death. And that's why, I always encourage people to live, man. Quit living this hesitant, halting lifestyle that we become accustomed to living. Like you're going to live for 1,000 years. You're not, man. You're going to die. When my mother died, that's when reality kicked in for me. I was 30 years old. I knew then that I was going to die. I couldn't deny it anymore. So now I don't give a damn what a lot of people say about my life and all. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I'm going to live until I die. Mumble Mac Dow says, I never trusted doctors, but all respect has been lost after the pandemic. He said, the story gets me every single time, man. Yeah, it is, man. It's tough when you lose your mother. If you got your mother still alive, like Marilyn, I tell her all the time, that's why I do anything for Marilyn's mother. Because she don't understand. They take it for granted. I'm like, man, I would do anything for my mother to still be here. Even though my mother would be 92 if she was still alive. I don't care because I think Clint Dow, his mother's still alive. A couple of my subscribers, her mother's still alive. She's in her 90s. Hey, Cedric Giles, thanks for that super chat. He says, hey, big bro, hope to get a chance to shake your hand and thank you in person for this channel when you visit the Matrix in December. Yeah, I'm going to have to break down, man, and go to that, man, because my daughter's graduating and she would never forgive me if I didn't do it. And that would give me 5 years away. I got to get my license anyway and some things I have to do. So I'm getting it already in my head already. Because see, when my father died, it was a surreal moment, but I was expecting him to die. He spent his last 30 days with us. But when my mother died, no one was expecting her to die. She went in on a Tuesday, and the following Thursday, 9 days later, my mother was dead. And I can't explain it, man. It's just something that really, it just crushes your soul, man. It's like life doesn't even seem real anymore. I don't know if anybody can relate to that. The real CP show said, thanks for sharing your story, man. You're welcome. But man, yeah, it's like uh he said, look at it like you have your ability to be your own physiologist, therapist. But I don't know if you ever really heal from death. But I know we're all in denial about it. No Tingo Dinero says, is anyone looking at this Republican debate? America's a mess. I don't even think anyone can save this place. America's too far gone. I'm moving to the Philippines. Because we step back, the people aren't exercising our power. We let them people, that Republican Party and Democratic Party, they're like games, right? The blue party and the red party. Come on, guys. We need to wake up over there. We let them put them lame ass candidates in front of us every single year, year after year after year, and we don't do anything. We just sit back like we can't control it when we actually can. But you may be right, man. Like, really. Mike Dorsonville said, my mother died in 1998 and she was buried on her birthday, August 31st, 1998. I missed her every day. I miss my mother every day. It's been 30 years since we buried my mother. She died September the 18th. We buried her September the 20th. I just remember looking at my mother. I can tell you exactly what she had on in the casket. Because my mother swole up real, real big. Something happened when they did the biopsy. My mother never weighed over 120 pounds soaking wet. My mother's face, you see my face. My mother's face was this big in that bed. And they shrunk it down to about like this in the casket. But I just remember it hurt me so bad I couldn't get it And it's another reason I quit smoking. Because I never smoked, man. I hate smoke. Happy Man 6920 said, hey, y'all, all this talk just made me flush my cigarettes. I just started Planet Fitness on Monday. I've got 1 year before I arrive in Cebu, man. Congratulations, man. It's going to be hard. Remember, if you want to get to where you're going, guys, this is not just a slogan or something that I made up. You got to move over to the hard lane. It's a traffic jam in the easy lane, guys. If you want to get where you're going, it's going to be hard. It's going to be tough. Usually the toughest thing you ever did, but it's going to be worth it. When I gave up, because I said, man, if I quit drinking, quit getting high, life is going to be boring. It's not going to be fun, right? It's more fun now than it ever could have been getting high. And I've got more money. It's expensive getting high. Try to get high every single day. I spent every single penny I had getting high, man. And then when I wasn't getting high, I was thinking about getting high. Crazy. I was crazy. So yeah, Happy Man 6920. I take my hat off to you, man. Don't turn back. That's what I was telling Steve. There's two things we didn't do on that walk. Number one, we never looked back. And number two, we didn't litter. We didn't put not one bubblegum wrapper on the ground coming from St. Carlos City to Dumaguete. But we never look back. And that's what I say to you, man. Don't look back. Go through whatever it is you got to go through, man. Experience that pain. We're afraid of pain. Mumble McDowell said, death is natural, but choosing to make money over spending time with a sick relative is hurtful, especially if you were financially able to take time off work. Makes you realize what's more important. That's right. Yusuf Amal Habib says, and then your life changed when a stranger gave you $2, correct? Absolutely, because I was in a homeless shelter. I burned every bridge. You know, when you get to the homeless shelter, that means you homeless. A lot of people watching this video now are homeless. If your name's not on the lease, you're homeless. But I was literally homeless. I had nowhere to go. I went there. I was there for about a week. This guy touched me on my shoulder. I turned around. He hands me $2. I'm like, what's that for? He said, man, you look like you could use $2. But how did he know that $2 was what I need the most in the world? I was still smoking. I had nothing, man. He gave me hope. That $2 was what changed my life, man, really. It made me start believing again. What's this? John Walks has showed us. You're so right about that. What a waste of time we spent getting high in this ugly world. We can spend our money better and our time. We didn't need to get high when we was young and enjoy life. You're exactly right, man. I can imagine the dope dealers was mad at me when I stopped because I gave them every penny I had. And then I would even, put dope in the layaway. I'd get credit, man. My check was gone before I even got it. Yeah, it's just those politics over there, man. Politics, religion, and sports. It's a lot going on over there right now, man. It's a lot going on over there because we idolize these celebrities and these politicians and stuff. So we'll start taking up for people that we have no business taking up for. They don't even need to be defended. You need to be defending and taking up for your damn neighbor. The woman that's struggling, trying to make ends meet, the guy who, just got out of prison, the person just going into rehab trying to get a new life. But we find ourselves, we fight vigilantly for people we don't even know. I keep talking about Deion Sanders, but it's true. He split the damn country, man. Deion Sanders, it's hard to win in college football. People don't have anything against him. He's got a big hill to climb, trying to become a. He signed up for that. By the way, they gave him like what, $30 million. People are crazy. If you know anything about sports, he's going to have a hard time, man. He's going to lose a lot of games until they finally kick him out of there, because the plan that he got, guys, it's not going to work. He's already raped the transfer portal. Guess what? The NCAA says you can only transfer one time. So now he's got the team. He's got to work with those players. He can't do it again. He's selling a dream to people, and y'all buying it. He was 1-11 last year. That's not the same team. It would be a difference if he took those same players that was 1-11 and now they 3-1. But it's not. It's a whole different roster, guys. But y'all don't see that because the idolization has y'all blinded from Trump and all the rest of that garbage that's going on over there, man. Y'all need to start thinking for yourself. Think it all the way through. I don't need to be defending. I'm not hating on anybody, but I'm trying to show y'all the light. You don't want to see it. Nobody want him to fail. You know how hard it is to make it in college football? They talking about, oh yeah, the big dogs is coming. No, they're not. Colorado is ranked 69th in recruiting for next year. It's going to be worse next year, guys, but y'all don't see it. Frank Tate says, after my mother passed, that was when I made up my mind to move to the Philippines. I had no reason to stay in the United States anymore. I saw where did you buy you a Corvette, Frank? Or is that really your car? Man, that thing is nice. Bad Boy says, I'm hopefully in Cebu on October 24th. Is there anything you won't bring in from England? Man, do y'all have Secret deodorant over there? They done stop selling Secret over here. In St. Carlos, I can't find it. Yeah, Elad, thank you. She said, I love that video with Steve. I told a few people about it already. Yeah, but United States, but this damn algorithm, they don't want anybody to see my videos anymore. But I'm going to keep on making them. I'm not going to quit. Hey, thanks you, Elad Makata, for your super chat. She said, here's 2 more. I appreciate it. Now, I love the child said I was homeless. He said, I had a roof over my head. He said, I've been homeless. However, I had a roof over my head. Big difference. Well, I'm saying technically, if your name's not on the lease, you're homeless. It may be your mother's house, it may be your girlfriend's house, but if your name's not on that lease, you're homeless. And it's something you need to start thinking about. I need to get on that lease. I need to get my own lease. Because one thing that women will do, and men, is they'll put your ass out over there. Before me and my wife got married, and I bought that house, because she don't understand, that was my motivation, because the whole time until we bought that house, I wasn't on the lease. And she's always, I come home, the screen door's locked because I've done something that she didn't like. And you imagine that. You come home, you've been working all day and the screen door's locked, and she's looking at you from the screen door. You ain't getting in until you apologize and this, and that. See, I got tired of that. So I got my credit together, I got my money together, and I went out and got a house. Okay? There wasn't going to be no more of that. Al Rogan said, my dad used to tease my aunt, when you quit drinking, 3 bars shut down. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, lad. Thank you. But that's true. Well, I mean, I'm not going to argue. I'm just saying Deion's got a lot of money, man. We don't need to be defending Deion Sanders. Y'all have idolized Deion. I don't care who he is. Don't you know there's more black coaches? Why don't y'all cheering for them? Why Deion Sanders? There's 3 black coaches right now with undefeated teams. Look what Jeff Brown is doing at the University of Louisville. He's not black, but hell, look at their record last year. They were trash. They're 4-0 now. Nobody's talking about him, guys. It's the media. Okay? They've got y'all buying into this like they're picking on Deion Sanders. He's getting millions and millions of dollars to coach that team and win. Okay? He's not a victim. There's no conspiracy against him. He's not bigger than the college football institution. Okay? He's going to end up having to play by the same rules. It's not going to be, oh, I'm doing it my way stuff. That's bullshit. You got to go out there and recruit them big bad boys to put on the front line, okay, to protect your quarterback and open up holes for your running back. And then on the other end, to stop their running backs. They're last. Listen to this, Mr. X. Since y'all think it's a conspiracy against Deion, they're last in the NCAA Division I for rushing yards per game, 56. You can't put that on a way. Everybody else has to do it. But for some reason, we've taken up his battle for him. Man, don't care nothing about you. Yeah, they're selling a dream, man. You gotta understand something, guys. I'm not attacking I'm not attacking him. See, this is what I'm saying. You guys go on the attack when you say, go on my Facebook page. A long time ago, I put it on there. I said, Deion Sanders has replaced Obama as the head Negro in charge. If you say anything about Deion Sanders, the media did that to you. There's other black coaches out there. Why aren't you rooting for them? Nobody got nothing against Deion Sanders. What the hell are you talking about? They're crazy. But we make idols out of these people. They can't do no wrong. I got news for you. Winning in a Power 5, look how many coaches that went through that. It'll grind you up. I don't give a damn who you are. You better have the horses. There's no damn conspiracy against him. It's hard to win at that level. Okay? And you're eventually going to have to run into the Georgias and the Florida States and the Alabamas. He's not there yet. It's going to take years and years and years to get there. There's no shortcut, guys. Nobody picking on him. Nobody picking on him. Give me a break. Okay, thank you. But you can't get through to people when they're idolizing other people. Another man, for a matter of fact, who I'm not benefiting at all from that situation. I want everybody to win. He said, I see you guys do the trash bag. It's embarrassing, man, when they put you out like that. I've done it so many times, man. You get tired of it. You say, something's got to change. Okay? And a lot of times, it's you. You be like, I'm not even going to put myself in that situation again. I'm going to get my own place. Okay? And this is what I tell you about when you come to the Philippines. Have your own place. You be the one renting that. Okay? So if things don't go right, she'll be the one leaving, not you. He said, Abel's Journey said, once again, Cal, you're dropping real life knowledge. If your name isn't on the lease, then you're homeless, yeah, and at the mercy of the leaseholder. That's right. And who wants to live like that? I did. I did it for you already. You don't want to. That's always going to be held over your head. I don't care who the leaseholder is. You know, you need to get on that lease, even though now there's more protection now in America, you know, because we'll protect stuff like that. Where if you stay with somebody for so long, it's like you're technically on the lease. Well, you know you're not on that lease. And they have to go downtown because I had to do that with my daughter and get the man evicted out of her house. Okay, it's crazy over there. That's why I left, man. I'm sorry. Well, yeah, it has nothing to do with his personality, or anything. But we've picked up his cross and we're carrying it for him. So if anybody says something, look with the Oregon guy, he could have beat Dion 82-0 or 82-6. Then what would y'all have said? He took his foot off the gas, man, and put in his third string guys. Okay, it's hard to win at that level. Ain't no conspiracy against Dion. I'm talking about he had outside help to beat them. He need no outside help. He could have ran up that score. Okay, this is what y'all don't give that man credit for. He could have really embarrassed him. You know, yeah, it gets brutal. But not only that, they're just not ready. It takes a long, long time. There's no shortcut to success when you're going to do it like Deion Sanders. He actually is going to take longer now because he's trying to build it from scratch. He's not taking over a program like the guy from Oregon did, where there's pieces already there. He's trying to come in and just tear the whole thing down and rebuild it. That's going to take forever for him to do that. He's not going to be there forever. But y'all don't even see it. If they make to a bowl this year, they win 6 games, they go to a bowl. He may not be there next year. Okay. But I'm just telling you that he's up against it. He don't need a conspiracy. Some people are crazy. Y'all don't know nothing about football. Hey, Mr. Passport King. Yeah, he said, hey, Cal, and I just got back from Makati from submitting my SRV application. I had another guy who just completed his. I was with him, and I want to say in Sikihor. He did his SRV. Yeah, but see, you got to understand. Now you can only use that. These players can only transfer one time. So guess what? If he doesn't like the guys he's got now, they don't have no other choice. They got to stay there. He got 69, so what can he do? Go in there and get 15 more or something? Okay? And then remember, you got recruits coming in too, wide receivers and, quarterbacks and stuff like that. That's not what he needs. He's up against it, guys. They all are. Okay? He said, next go 100,000 subscribers. He said, people are quick to jump on the Deion wagon because many people are sheep-minded, like you said, Cal. There are other black coaches to cheer for, but the sheep can't name either of them. Yeah, see, the guy Marcus Freeman, you don't think he's doing a hell of a job at Notre Dame? He's at a top college. He's been there. But now it's about Deion because they put the narrative out there, that Deion can't coach. Well, why can't he? He's a Hall of Fame. If he doesn't know anything about football, then what's he been doing all those years? But it's always us against them. They play that stuff over there in America. That's why I left. I ain't got time for that, man. And they falling for it. No, I'm not angry. I don't get angry. I just get passionate about stuff like that because it's right there for people to see it, but they can't see it. They're blind. Hey, Tyrone Green said, good to see you. I always enjoy your videos and watch most of them twice. And I'll make it a point to leave a comment to encourage the algorithm. Hey, thank you. John Walk said, that's why I like watching you Sunshine shows. You tried to show black men you can live without the American negative myths of life. And that's all it is. See, I'm a human being at the end of the day. You know, because I got mad at Maryland. We were in the tricycle yesterday going to the gym, and I could tell, you know, the tricycle driver says, he's from Africa. She said, no, he's a black American. I said, no, I'm not a black American. I'm an American, if anything. But I'm a human being first. I'm a man first. You know, all that old black American, all them old labels and stuff. Come on. Yeah. Yeah, but they can only move one time, Golden Gate. They can't move anymore. He's starting from scratch. He can't go back and get 69 more people, because if he does, the 69 he bought over, they're out of the college football. You can't keep doing that. Yeah, because they're going to bet. Okay, listen, and we're going to move on. They didn't learn anything from the Oregon game. They're actually going to bet Colorado and the points against USC. USC, when they pull the horses back, it's probably going to be 56-17 or something, because they'll be able to move the ball against USC, but they're not going to be able to stop USC, okay? Because they talking about, well, look at Nevada and look at Arizona State and what they give USC. Yeah, but they got the big boys up front that Colorado doesn't have, guys. Don't miss that point. Colorado has nothing up front. They're last. I'm going to say it one more time. For all you dreamers out there, they're last in rushing in all of Division One. 56 yards a game. You're not going to win many games in a Power 5. Not with that schedule, okay? Crazy. I see that Scotty boy, regular guy, is talking to Rafina, the girl that said Scuba Chef took her money and left. I think that's a bad move, Shan. What do you mean talking to her? You're talking about, he said, Happy Scotty boy says he isn't going to do it. That was a bad idea. Yeah, yeah, stop putting people on a pedestal, guys. But I'm going to tell you something. Listen, I don't give a damn who the woman is. If she's been faithfully with a foreigner, guys, you don't want to mess with that. And see, that's what we'll do. We'll come over here. We'll throw all our values away, if we have any, and we'll jump into bed with anybody. Leave that girl alone. You know, okay? Leave her alone, man. You know, I wouldn't deal with her. She's already been with that man. She's already bent over backwards for him, done everything for him. Guys, y'all don't understand. These women love hard over here. Okay? There's nothing they're not going to do for you. There's nothing off limits. Okay? If they see that you can take them to where they're trying to go. Okay? I'm not putting anybody down. I'm just telling you facts. Okay? So if you want to come behind that, then you go ahead. I've already warned you so many times. Don't do it. There's enough women over here who've never been with a foreigner before, who've never had that type of experience. You don't want to come behind some of these guys, man. Who wants to go behind him anyway? Have y'all seen that guy? Why would you want to come behind him anyway? You know, it's not that much desperation in the world. You know, this is almost like what I'm trying to tell guys about building these big houses for these women, Frank, but they won't listen. They think they're helping the woman, but they're really hindering her. She's not going to be able to maintain that house when you're no longer around. Either y'all break up or you die. She's going to sell it. It happens over and over and over and over. There's no reason to do it. You don't need to build these big monstrosities. I mean, what are you trying to prove anyway? I mean, we're buying ourselves out of the market. We're pricing ourselves out of the market. Okay? When I came over here in 2009, women wasn't even talking about a house and a lot. They were talking about, just a better life, the opportunity maybe to move to America, get a job to take care of their family. Now it's the minimum house and lot because they see what's happening over here. They see how easy it is. They're like, well, hell, they haven't even been together 3 months. And he's bought her 3-4 million peso house, new car, motorcycles, all this stuff. And she doesn't even appreciate it. But, he says, here in the Philippines, most of the places that you will want to live in, the rent is so high that most Filipinos would not be able to pay the rent if you left, but still put your name on the lease. Absolutely. Um, Even if your rent was 10,000, she wouldn't be able to afford it. Who do y'all think we're talking about? Okay, money is not what Filipinos have to offer you. Okay, they're good companions, they're good friends, they're good lovers. Okay, they're good caretakers of men. I'm not putting them down. I'm just saying they'll tell you that over here. If you come over and say, yeah, you like Filipinos, don't you? Because they know how to take good care of you, right? They'll say that to you. You don't have to say it. Okay, but it's not money. That's not why you come over here for money. Yeah, he changed his mind. First of all, honestly, I've met Scotty and I watch his videos. I talk to him. Scotty don't like those. She's too old for Scotty. He likes young women, and that's his thing. I mean, they're grown, but that's what he likes. He told me he likes young women. One of the first women, he really fell for. He used to live with the family. She was 18. I mean, he don't want no old woman like that already been with some man already. You don't want it either. Yeah, but you're gonna have people who are gonna vote. They're gonna lose their money on that because they bought into this. And you get all these ex athletes who are friends of his on TV who are talking him up. What's his name? Keyshawn Johnson really sounds so stupid. I'm like, dude, you know better. He's trying to talk USC down. I'm like, dude, you know good and well they ain't got a chance. Yeah, unless we never know what's gonna happen, but they're not gonna win that game. They may make it close. Everybody's talking about Muhammad Ali. Look, you can't put them in the same sentence. Okay. Muhammad Ali transcended the world of sports. Okay. He was out there educating people. He was the most recognized, in his heyday, he was the most recognized face on the planet. Okay. Everybody talks about what he's talking about. He had to get in the ring and fight for himself. It's a totally different story. Quit trying to, that's what everybody's bringing up Muhammad Ali's name with Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders is no Muhammad Ali, guys, okay? Stop with that comparison. Okay, he's nowhere near Ali. Well, you don't want to be with a woman that's been with a foreigner before, okay? Do it. After I already told you. Yeah, I wouldn't want to do it, man. Yeah, well, go ahead. You're going to regret it because I'm going to tell you something. She's not over that man. It's going to take her a long time to get over that man, and you're going to be the the rebound. Yeah, that's enough for you, whoever you are. I got rid of him. But women over here, they love hard, man. And if you want to go behind one of these guys over here, go ahead. Well, he just seems like a good, guy, but I don't really know no one for real. We don't know anybody for real. I'm just saying when I seen him, I really didn't know who he was all the way until I went to the terminal to meet him. I said, hey, I saw him, and then we're in the tricycle almost to my house, and he said something about the regular guys, his channel, and he just hit me. I was like, oh man, you're Scotty. I didn't even recognize him. He looks different. He's kind of bigger a little bit than he looks on his videos. I didn't even recognize him, but I don't really know him. We don't know these people. Yeah, but people, that's what they're doing, trying to bring. Oh well, Ali was arrogant and this and that. Yeah, because he had to step in the ring. There was nobody else. He didn't have 11 linemen and other people around him. It was him. Okay. Yeah. He's really losing my respect with this Dion thing. I'm like, dude, it's okay to cheer for him. Don't be ignorant, though. You're supposed to be some type of sports analyst. You played football all of those years. You know what Dion's up against. There's nobody's trying to pick on Dion. The Oregon team, that man, if he didn't really like Dion, he could have ran up that score and y'all really would have been mad. He took everybody out of that game. Okay, so don't be ridiculous. But Buddy Max said buying these women houses within 3 months. Oh man, you haven't seen. If I really told y'all the stories of stuff I see a lot of stuff I don't tell. I know how to keep a secret. Some of this stuff I tell in a general way, but the stuff that people are doing over here is reckless. It's really reckless. You know, but you can't tell them anything because they'll say, "Well, what do you know? I got more money than you. I'm older than you. I have more education." Yeah, but you've never been to the Philippines before. I know a little bit more about what's going on over here than you. I've been through the ring, or I've done all the things I'm seeing you do, or getting ready to do. So I just try to say, "Hey, stop. Slow up for a minute." But they don't do it, man, because the power that these women have is a lot stronger than the power that I've got to try to convince you not to do it. A lot of you guys haven't sniffed a woman, man, in so long, and they come over and you can see it. They know they got you. They know they got you, man. Because they're acting so, they're a lot more bolder now. Watch the videos that they're making. Filipinos used to be so humble, man, and most of them are. They're so humble, they're so assuming like that. But the ones that we're dating now, the ones who are signing up for these dating sites, they know what's going on. They know the game. But we're afraid to come over and play it. So we let them play us. Yeah, they're buying houses and building just monstrosities over here and don't even know the woman. Some of these women are married. They can't even marry them, and they know that. Okay. Some of them are lesbians. They don't even know that. Because it's none of my business. Okay, I'm trying to tell you, don't get in so deep with that woman. Well, not Dumagetti, because I'm gonna tell you something. When you go to Dumagetti, a lot of the women that you meet in Dumagetti, they're not from Dumagetti. They're coming from other places. Now, English City, that may be something different. But Dumagetti, there's really not that many foreigners there that y'all think that are there. Okay, they said, what did they say? 4,000 foreigners in Dumagetti. Yeah, but there's 450,000 people that come through there on a 24-hour basis. A lot of the women who from Dumagetti that you see these guys with, they're not from Dumagetti. They're from these little provinces outside of Dumagetti. Dumaghetti's like a college town. You see some women there, a lot of them won't deal with foreigners. Well, I've been here on and off for 14 years. I've been here 5 years in a row. I've got income from my insurance agency. I used to have an insurance agency, Silver Life Solutions. I had 20 agents working underneath me. I had an FMO contract. So I get renewals. Even if they took my YouTube channel, I could still survive over here because I was surviving over here for 2 years, well, almost 3 years without a YouTube channel. You know, but you got to have some limits. You can't be going to, if you live in Cebu, you can't be going to Malapascua and Bantayan Island and Camotes Island every damn week. At some point, you're going to have to settle down over here and get into your mode over here. And you'll easily be able to make it over here, you know. But we stay in vacation mode too long. That's why I was telling Geechee Land. He's already got it set up for the first 3 months. He's going to be living in hotels and Airbnbs. I'm like, dude, that's expensive, you know, but he's already set it up like that. The ideal thing would be to come in here and settle down a whole lot sooner than that. You're talking about thousands of dollars that you're eventually going to need over here. He said, what happened to Mr. Duct Tape? Well, you know, here's the thing with him. James is a special character, but he's still messed up. He's certainly not going to come over here on here because here's what y'all don't understand. A lot of guys come over here and get henpecked. Okay. I've got a guy over here right now. I mean, he's a young guy, you know. Oh, he's henpecked. And I'm like, dude, you didn't come all the way over here to stay inside a damn hotel. He can't go nowhere. You know, he cannot go anywhere. And I feel sorry for him because he's getting ready to go back. I'm like, dude, you haven't seen anything but the inside of her thighs and the inside of a damn hotel room. You over here in the Philippines. But that's what happens, man. You can't do that. It's too many women over here, you know. It's too much other stuff to do than to come over here and get henpecked. But hey, who am I? I just sit back and watch the party and what's going on. Yeah, well, I don't, you know, Dana Milton is a seasoned travel agent, but he doesn't know anything about the Philippines. Not if he set him up for 4,000 a day. That's just too much. That's not, especially in now, especially in Ilo. You gotta realize Ilo is the further south down you go. That's the Western Visayas region with Panay Island. The cheaper it gets, but there's not 4,000 pesos a day worth of touring that you can do in Ilo. That's my whole point. I've been to Ilo. I lived in Miagao, Ilo, about 45 minutes outside the city in 2019 for about 2 months. There's just nothing to see there. Hey, 53 Shades Darker. He said, what's up, peeps? Man Boontalk from Moncton. I forgot, I got to put God I Am, his picture. I saw him my last night in Siquijor. I'm walking to get Marilyn something to eat. And it scared me to death, man. Two people pulling up on a motorcycle, right, with their helmets on, with the same color shirts on, and it's him and his girlfriend. And, man, he just got back to the Philippines. I said, you know, Karan asks about you all the time. And I sent you that picture of him, yeah. He's back in the country. They had a drinking challenge at, I believe that might have been my first meet and greet. No, my second one. It was funny, man. God I Am got so drunk that a blind man had to take him and lead him to his damn van. I'm talking about a really bland guy, Willie, with a cane and everything. He's holding on to Willie. I mean, they were drinking, man. TJ had bought some type of crazy drink. There's $300 a bottle, and they were mixing that with Chivas Regal and Johnny Walker Black and wine. And, you can't mix that stuff. I mean, the girl from the True Girls was sloppy drunk. I'm talking about sloppy. She couldn't even speak properly. Frank Tate says, a visit to the Philippines is one thing, living is another. He said, listen to Cal. Yeah, I mean, I'm not an expert. I just try to give guys just the simple common sense stuff, but they won't listen because all they're doing is they're listening to that pussy, man. It's what they're listening to. I'm sorry, I can't sugarcoat it. A lot of these guys haven't sniffed a woman in a long time. They come over here, no matter how old she is, she's slim, got long hair, she's going to do whatever it is that you ask her to do. They're so nice, they're so accommodating, they're so hospitable. You lose your damn mind. But I'm saying, hey, be careful, man. Bring that common sense along with you. Don't forget that. Put that in your damn carry-on bag. Uh, Patrick Blackrock P Money said, "Hey Cal, what?" It just depends on where you stay in Moncton. Moncton, let me remind you, is one of the most congested cities in all the Philippines, second behind Manila. So a lot of people there in a very small area. You're gonna run into traffic. Okay, it's some nice places to stay there, but then if you stay like 53 Shades Darker, he's got two condominiums in what's that, Moncton. But he's way away from Cebu. You're way out of nowhere. If you're new, I wouldn't suggest it because you're out in the middle of nowhere. And then, okay, if you want to come to Cebu and then you may stay there too late, it's going to be hard to get a taxi back. And then the taxi, once they hear Lapu Lapu and the money starts going off in his head, I would stay in Cebu and visit Moncton. I wouldn't live in Moncton because it's not the same as it used to be. In 2009, Moncton was just as nice as Boracay and all those other places. But the lockdown with all those people and then shutting down all those businesses, putting those people out of work and just making it come to a standstill, man. I don't know if it'll ever recover. It's going to take a lot. They got a great mayor, though. He's putting out all the stops, but I wouldn't stay in Moncton, man. I'd stay in Cebu. I mean, why would you stay in Moncton? You're going to find the Moncton. Just catch a taxi on over the bridge to Cebu. You can always come back and visit Moncton. I wouldn't do it, man. I wouldn't do it. Yeah, he was drunk. He was really drunk, man. Yeah, 300 a bottle. It was some type of, what was that you had, TJ? Oh, Cebu. He said, which is better for nightlife? Oh, Cebu. You can go to IT Park. There's so many places in Cebu. Cebu is like an international city. Dumaguete does have some nightlife, but you said which is better, Dumaguete or Cebu? Cebu's better than Dumaguete. Dumaguete is a college town. I'm telling you, you're going to see some women there. It's not as many as you're going to see in Cebu, but man, you're going to see some knockouts in Dumaguete, man. I mean, really. I mean, the lot of guys that y'all talk about, those expats over there. If you go to the meet and greets, you'd be like, man, they got some fine ass women, man. Oh, shut up, booty. She's waking up. Hey. Yeah, they got some fine, I'm talking about some fine ass women. You'd be like, wow, where y'all getting these women from? But a lot of them, they're not from Dumaguete. He said, guys, there's a lot of beautiful women here in the United States, not just the Philippines. Yeah, but they're different. I'm sorry, Greg. We have beautiful women everywhere. Okay, but it don't work the same way. This is what I was talking about. Um, I believe with Robert, who's here from Texas. I think we had this discussion because he said, "Yeah, I can get a nice looking woman," because he's a young guy. He's like 45 or something. He said, "I can get a nice looking woman in America, but she's not the same. They're different, man. Okay, they're women, but yeah, it's not just the Philippines, but it's something different going on over here, Gregory. Okay, and evidently you haven't been over here. Okay, because a 60-year-old man like me is not going to get 40-year-old woman in her prime over there without being super rich and all that and super guapo looking. And remember, I can go even lower. Okay, remember, I had a 21-year-old chasing me. It's not going to happen over there unless I'm the dope man or unless I'm, Deion Sanders or somebody. I'm talking about for regular men, it's no comparison. Okay, evidently you haven't been over here. That's why a lot of regular men are over here living their dream because you're just looking at the outside. The inside's a whole lot more accommodating over here. Yeah. I got to go through a whole lot just to get a plate of food, let alone anything special. Every day's my birthday over here. Remember that. Every day is your birthday over here. It's not like that in America. Maybe on your anniversary, your birthday, and Christmas and New Year's, yeah, but every day is New Year's over here. If you're doing it the right way, okay? Yeah, see, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Yeah, they all look good. There's beautiful women everywhere. But you try to walk into the girlfriend experience in America and see what you're going to get. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. When you get off the plane, guys, y'all don't understand what's going on over here. When you get off the plane and this beautiful young woman's waiting for you, she's going to act as if she's been knowing you her whole life. You just met. You haven't been chatting online but for a couple of weeks, maybe a month or so. But then when you come over here, it's on. Okay. No, I'm sorry, Gregory Calhoun. There's no fantasizing over here. It becomes real life when you get here. There's no more fantasy. I was telling the guy yesterday, I've had every fantasy fulfilled over here. But I don't look at it as, see, y'all got us talking about that all the time. See, it's more than women over here. Now, when I first got over here, and I was like, wow, I never knew all this was over here. Right? I was like a kid in a candy store. But now I've been over here so long, man. It's like, I know that's there if I want it. But it's not the same as in America. Because if it was, I'd be in America. But there's more to the Philippines than that. Hey, Mitch Ringo, thanks for that super chat. He says it's a beautiful view when flying into Moncton. Yeah, I love it. Even when I go somewhere else and I'm flying back into Moncton, you see the coral blue water. But I wouldn't want to live there, especially if I'm new. What is that called where you live 53 shades darker? Excuse me. Where they're building up all the condominiums and they're trying to make it a community over there. What is it? Moncton what? I'm trying to think. But you're way out there. You from everything. It takes you like 45 minutes to get to Cebu. See, when I first came to the Philippines, Moncton was different than it is now. Yeah, Moncton, Newtown. Yeah, you don't want to go way out there. You're way out there. And a lot of guys have regretted it. They're like, man, I had no idea because they're booking this stuff online. And then they get there and they're like, wow, where is everything? It's way over in Cebu. Takes you 45 minutes to go over there. When I came in 2009, it was totally different. Everything was open. All the massage parlors, real massage parlors, all the restaurants, all the clubs, Lapu-Lapu and Moncton, which is the same thing, Moncton. It was a tourist attraction. I mean, it really was. All the resorts, they were open. That lockdown killed a lot of that, man. When I was there in Sidney Gibson rented a place and had us all there for Christmas and New Year's. And I was able to get boots on the ground and walk around there. I couldn't believe it. It looked like a ghost town. I mean, whole strip malls were empty. It wasn't like that in 2009. That place was bustling. I mean, but now it's just too many gaps around there where there's nothing. And you're not going to like it if you knew. So I would go on over to Cebu. I would. Let's see. What's he talking about? What happened? What happened to Danny? What did he say? Wait. I don't see what he's talking about. His condolences. Yeah, that damn Moncton. Yeah, okay. Road to the Philippines. Hey, Calvin, my last shout out from Montaneo, Davao del Sur. Tomorrow we head back to Davao City for a few days, then back to the U.S. Oh, man. That was quick, Danny. But the time goes by quick over here. Now, ask Danny, Gregory Calhoun, is it the same? The women over here, is it the same as the women in America? See, I've met him and his girlfriend. There's no way, Danny, and you know I'm not lying, that you would ever have a woman like that over there, right? It's impossible. You'd have to be super rich to do that. And then for her to, treat you the way that she treats you, man, it's different, guys. It is. There's still women. Yeah, he said Newtown's a community for most that have money. It's mainly Koreans and Chinese. It's its own community. Prices start at $4,500 per night. But it's really, it's just more than that. You're just out in the middle of nowhere. Sidney Gibson, he had rented a nice place over there. Remember, I did a review of it. They want $18 million for that 2-bedroom condominium. But he eventually moved over to Cebu, right across the street from Ayala Mall. It was just more suited for him, even for me. It's just nothing around there. I mean, you got to fight that traffic to get out of Moncton, Newtown, to get over to Cebu. If you're going to be in Moncton, Newtown, you might as well just stay there and don't go nowhere else. I wouldn't do it if I'm new. Yeah, see, now it is. He said the place is dirty and trash is everywhere, no toilet paper and restrooms, you can have it. Well, it depends on, see, guys like him, David Williams and all the guys, they're quick to tell you about the Philippines and talk about it like that, right? And they've never been anywhere over here. Okay, there's places I can take you. I can take you to St. Carlos. You won't see a piece of trash on the ground nowhere. There's so many places. What Philippines are you talking about? Manila? Cebu, right there in them urban cities where they're so congested, there's so many millions of people, thousands of people per square kilometer. But once you get outside them urban cities, you're in a whole different country, David. But y'all don't do that. Y'all just come over here and complain. Oh, it's dirty, it's trashy. Yeah. Did you see that walk I made from San Carlos City to Dumaguete. That's the real Philippines right there. Okay. But you know, hey, it's just less knuckleheads we gotta run into complaining all the time. You know, like they, you know, better than somebody looking down their noses at this place. This place is over here you couldn't even sniff at. It's too expensive. Didn't you just see my video on the guys? They live high above. This is back in 2004. These are multimillionaires. So what is it that they know about the Philippines that you don't know, Mr. Williams? You know, it's where your money is. That's just about anywhere. It's the experience you're going to have over here. You know, Road to the Philippines said, Calvin, women in the U.S. compared to a Philippine. They said, no comparison. Yeah, I know, but, you know, you got guys that say, oh, yeah, you ain't got to go all the way over there. No, we don't. I mean, but I don't have anything to prove to you. Who says that I have to? Listen, guys. We got about 14 minutes left. This is what I don't get about Americans. We're so narrow-minded. Who says that I have to settle for only women in America? Who says that women in America are the standard? Okay, Americans only make up 4% of the population. So I'm just supposed to forget about the 96% of everybody else. The earth is approximately 197 million, 198 million square miles. I'm supposed to live on that diet and struggle and be frustrated and all of that for my entire life just to prove a point to you. I don't do that anymore. I think for myself. I'm sorry, I'm not. You know, America is not the standard anymore. And people love what they love. If you love it over there, stay over there. Yeah, see, this is what I'm saying. But when you say stuff to people like David Williams and all the rest of them that come over here and complain that the same things you see in the Philippines, you see in every other country, because we're still on planet Earth, we're still human beings, and we act the same way. I can take you to Louisville, Kentucky and show you trash and garbage everywhere, okay? He said, passport, the poor man's passport guide, he said, the big cities are something here. In San Francisco, you're stepping over shit and needles. Yeah, but he conveniently forgets about that. He knows it's just as bad in Chicago. Go to the Magnificent Mile, walk down there. You're going to see all the beauty, but then every 5 steps, you're going to see somebody sitting there with a sign big, with blankets and their own little tents and all that, all up and down the Magnificent Mile. Shocked me because I wasn't expecting it. But that doesn't stop people from going to Chicago, does it? It doesn't. Yeah, well, you don't even have to go to the hood and the ghetto. I see where the people in CBS are walking out again. Safety concerns. So many Target stores are shutting down over there in the richest country that's ever existed because their shoplifting and their theft prevention programs are not enough to combat the losses. People just running up in stores over there, grabbing shit and running out. This is in your America over there, the civilized place. Okay. Y'all need to wake up, man. It's more places to live on this earth than America. I'm so glad I can learn to think for myself. You know, y'all want to play them old games? Go ahead. Hey, thanks, Southern Purchase, for the super chat. He said, I know this is off topic, but I saw an older video of you earlier saying we and the Philippines are two sides of the same coin. In what ways, in your opinion, and do you still believe it applies today? Well, that's because you have to understand, Southern Purchase, that the Philippines was a colony of the United States for what? Almost 50 years. A lot of the same values that are over there in America, and the good and the bad, has been placed over here, ever so subtly. So the way that they thinking, a lot of the same thinking is over here that's over there. That's why I say that. When we talk about men westernizing Filipinos, no, they've already been westernized. As far as they're going to be westernized, can they go to another level? Absolutely they can. But they've already been westernized. It's put in the culture. They know more about America than they do any other place. We marry Filipinos, I mean, what, 75% more than any other country? 4 times more. It's not even close. Because this was an American colony. They speak our language. They know about us, man. Look at the basketball. They love basketball. Of course, it applies today. But their culture is so strong that it withstood all of that. Remember, it withstood 350 years of Spanish rule, 50 years of American rule. And now, they still got their language intact, their culture, their traditions. A lot of their religion and religious ways, even though they're Roman Catholic, it's a different type of Roman Catholic over here. But yeah, there's a lot of America over here. You see it in the way they do business. Yeah, a lot of it's right out of America. So yeah, we are two sides of the same coin, really. He said his U.S. is renting a U.S. $1,500 per month. I can rent a very nice house on the Philippines for that. You can rent a mansion over here for that. I don't think I don't believe there's anywhere in St. Carlos City that rents for that amount. I don't think you could find a place that would be 80,000 pesos a month or something like that. I don't think you could find a place. I know TJ was sending me some, just when he was looking for a place to rent in Davao, a house, and Cebu, he was just sending me some crazy looking places. 6 and 7 bedrooms, 4 and 5 baths, swimming pool and all that for 80 and 90,000. But this is in Cebu. You couldn't do it, man. That's a lot of rent money over here, Al. I've never paid over 11,000 for, well, no. When I first moved here, my first apartment was 15,000 in 2010. It was a brand new condominium unit in Cebu, Labangan. That's the most I've ever paid for rent. And that's because the woman I was with at the time was afraid to tell me that I couldn't find places cheaper. Me and Marilyn, since we've been together, the most we paid was 11,000. But that was a fully furnished 2-bedroom, basically a new unit, owned by a foreigner and his Filipino wife. Then it went from 11,000 to 7,000 to 8,500. The rent over here, man, is just magnificent. Yeah, he said he's moving to a 350 places we speak. It's probably nice. I told you, all you gotta do is go on my channel. You'll see the $175 per month place. It's less than that now because the dollar's strong over here now. It's 10,000 pesos. You're going to get a fully furnished one-bedroom apartment with cable and Wi-Fi for $10,000 per month. What is that? Do quick math at 57 pesos. 100 would be 5,700. So you're looking at about $170 right now. That's crazy. And you don't have to buy anything. The refrigerator's in there, the stove, the bed, the air con units, all. My buddy, I showed him that he moved in, but he lives on Siquijor now. My buddy Oliver. But yeah, I've got about 5 more minutes. Golden Gates and Calvin, I ask this question every 4 months. Any word from Chris transition? Osiris transitioning. Things that look promising for him and his Filipino. Well, he was here a couple of months ago because he was saying, he messaged me and said he was thinking about coming to the meet and greet, but I haven't heard from him. But Marilyn said that him and his girlfriend are still together, but she lives way in Lady. And Marilyn showed me that she's still in the province. Marilyn showed me something on her Facebook page where she was carrying something on her head, and yeah. But he's just doing his own thing. I haven't heard from him. Yeah, but it's okay. Yeah, different strokes for different folks, brother. That's right. I was married to a beautiful black woman for 18 years. What's that got? Is that my black card? Is that good enough? I mean, nothing wrong with that, man. But like I said, no one's going to tell me how to live anymore. I don't buy it. You're not going to tell me what to do, who to follow, who to love, who to hate. I'm going to do all that for myself. I'm in the fourth quarter. I don't care what y'all think over there. That's what's wrong. That's why y'all so limited over there. Narrow-minded. Who says you can't do well? Bring the woman over here on vacation. You don't have to come over here and live. Get out of damn America somewhere. But y'all want people to think just because we don't do what y'all do, we're wrong. Watch, I just did a video. My life as a 60-year-old American is much better over here in the Philippines than it could ever be in America because I'm not falling for that anymore. I'm not idolizing anybody. I don't follow the crowd anymore. I don't think the way y'all think, and I don't go to the same church y'all go to and all that. Come on, man, you're crazy. It's too much going on out here in the world. Can't blame me anymore like that. I'm going to live until I die. I'm living the best that I've ever lived in my life. And you think I'm going to trade it in and prove a point to you, David Williams? I respect you, man. You like what you like. But I like what I like too. Okay? Yeah, that's the Western way of thinking. See, they can't counsel me over here. They're afraid to say what they really want to say over there because they can lose their job just from having a YouTube channel, just for being caught. How many guys just for speaking their mind over in America have lost their job? Okay? Yeah, you can get a lot of deals like that. That would be right now, shit. That's a lot of, that would be that's a nice piece of change for San Carlos City. $350 a month, man, you're gonna get a real nice place. Probably upstairs and downstairs. Yeah, I ain't got no damn leader to follow. They're following the followers over there. If you start talking the truth and common sense over there, they look at you like you crazy. If you tell people like, I don't care how much you idolize these people, that plan is not going to work. Yeah, and they're quick. If they're afraid to do something, they're quick to tell you that you can't do it or to discourage you from doing it. Man, I threw that away a long time ago, man. When I left the United States 5 years ago, people thought I was crazy. Oh, he's going to come back. What are you doing going over there? Came over here, built a house, 2 houses, as a matter of fact. Living a life that I never even knew existed. But I'm supposed to trade it all in just to go back to prove a point that I can make it in America. I made it there for 55 years. I want something different. Okay? I want something different, man. Yeah, this is real freedom over here. I got more money than bills. You know what I'm saying? A house is paid for. And you're going to say, well, you can't own property. Yeah, well, you know, my man knows that this is my house, okay, at the end of the day. You know, technically, is it? No. But it was my money that built this house, free and clear. Yeah, you don't even have to speak. He said people can falsely accuse you of something and your job is in danger. See, they don't do that over here, man. This is more of a democracy than is over there. Guess who won the presidency over here? The person who had the most votes. That's who wins the presidency over here. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, but you know, you're talking about how dirty and nasty it is over here and this and that. You know very little about the Philippines, man. I could say the same thing about any country. But that's what they always, that's the default. Talk about how dirty and nasty it is. Yeah, right. When you know you still on planet Earth, that same city where you live is nasty and dirty. But yeah, guys, thank y'all so much for stopping by. I got to get ready. The meet and greets today. If you anywhere near St. Carlos City, stop by Mr. C Outdoor Restaurant. I promise you, man, they got good food. I wouldn't tell you they did if they didn't. It's outside in Center Mall, shaded area. Plenty of people going to be there. Good people, good conversation. Starts at 4 o'clock. I'm going to have Geechee Lion over there as my special guest. But I told him you can't wear that Filipino peace shirt. Nope. Wear that someplace else, man. Don't wear that to my meet and greet. That'll be disrespecting me. That's going too far. But thank you for your super chats, your super stickers, all your thumbs up. Go and watch that video of me and Geechee Lion if you haven't seen it. He's funny, man. Don't even realize it. He's singing a song at the end dedicated to Filipino P, of course. If P is watching, or any of her minions are watching, when you come back here, because he's going to be here, you need to look this man up and at least shake his hand. Because I tell you what, it's him and people like him that are responsible for her just unbelievable growth. I mean, really, she came out of nowhere and just shot to the top. And it's because of guys like him. I told him, I said, you got a lot of competition, man. You're going to make a lot of people mad at you. Because it's people, you think that he's the only guy who thinks like that. I respect him because he comes out and really says it. Yeah, I'm serious, Cal. You know, I want her. I'm like, well, I hate to tell you, but you probably can't have her. And why would you want her anyway when some other man's got her? Some other foreigner. You don't want to go behind a foreigner, guys. That's the last thing I'm going to tell you. Always remember that. I should make that rule number one. But that's going to be rule 1A. Don't follow behind another foreigner, man, with any of these women over here. Don't say I didn't ask you. Take care, everybody. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. Hope to see y'all at the meet and greet today.